Yeah. Intro's cool.
Yeah, cool. Okay. My name's Chris Hendon. I'm a professor of chemistry at the University of Oregon.
Hell yeah.
My name is Doran Pennington. I'm technically a grad student at the University of Oregon.
Where Kyle Ramage is here. He's from Black and White Coffee.
I do coffee. It's
cool. And we are usually in coffee. What we're talking with you guys about today is because we developed a technology that allows us to modify flavors in coffee. It's kind of a big deal in coffee because shitty coffee tastes really drying, astringent, bitter, things that we don't like, phenolic and whatever. And a lot of those compounds are the same problems in whiskey. So we developed this thing we're going to talk more about probably after you taste because I don't want to bias you in any direction. Sure. But what we've done is we've applied the tech where we modify flavor of organic compounds doing oxidation reduction and other intermolecular reactions, which just means molecules floating around the cup turn into maybe new molecules that taste a different way. And so these are 5 glasses of bourbon. That's it.
Enjoy them.
For now. That's all. I'll give you way more information after that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Are we guessing? Do you want us to guess what they are? Is that the
Sure.
goal?
Sure.
Try. We're going to try. That's the goal.
No, sure. It's not. I actually care less. It's less about like the grand reveal.
Okay.
Because I kind of want you to just assess them for what they are.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for
that
it.
sounds great. You discussion points, whatever you want to do.
All right, what do you think it is?
Weeded.
I'm not gonna say no. I don't fucking know.
Smells like Makers. I duck myself in the
It's
Makers.
thick as hell.
Yeah.
Like the viscosity's crazy.
See, there's nothing wrong with that drink right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. You think it's weeded? You're not gonna stand on that?
What?
You gotta be way more confident.
10 toes in, man. We
All
got
right,
it.
cool. That's
Maker's
weeded.
Mark.
You know what the worst part is? If that's Makers, I just told him, Makers might be the only one I could pick out. That'd be a fucking
I
bummer.
don't think that's Makers.
All right.
It doesn't have the...
Now you're talking me out of it. You talked me into it.
It doesn't have the Makers finish.
I had Night Stalker right before this, so I had whiskey right before
it's
this.
WLW. Just tell me you smell nothing but roses and chocolate, and we'll move on.
That's what she said.
We've done this before.
All right, you going on the second one?
I am.
I like that one.
They're like, it's actually just 2025 BTAC.
Well, that one's already better than most of them, so.
That tastes a little more youthy than the first drink. I'm not going to lie to you on that one.
Far less intensity in that one than the first one, flavor-wise.
That tastes like nondescript MGP whiskey to me.
Tastes like bourbon?
Yeah.
I'd say that's bourbon. Like, that's when somebody said I like bourbon, you'd be like, there you go, buddy.
Yep.
And they'd be like, yep, I like that.
I do like that one,
Yeah,
you
nothing
know?
wrong with that.
I can't wait for them to be like, it's 5 of the exact same glasses.
That'd fucking be a bummer.
God,
we
wouldn't it?
get ruined like this all the time.
I
Normally
know.
we do it to ourselves is the difference.
The camera's not rolling, but you guys can't see them literally laughing. What do you think about 3?
3 has a similar nose to 2.
It's more dry. It's wood eater.
3 is my favorite nose of the bunch.
You know when like you drink something, you're like, man, that feels really familiar.
You could convince me that one was MGP bourbon.
But it's,
Like a Penelope product.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a toasted like finish kind of, because it's like really dry, woody in the finish, but like strawberry sweet up front for me.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Kind of got a little strawberry Laffy Taffy nose.
So
Smells sugary.
just a trigger warning here. You're pivoting hard.
Yeah, we are.
Obviously, you know.
I was looking you right in the eyes and I smelled it and was like, yeah.
Just what? Yeah, warning you. Now you're going a different zone here.
He's like, this is whiskey we tainted on purpose.
What is
It
that?
smells wet, you know? Like a nice wet dog.
Like a damp one?
Yeah. Like he just left the bathroom and you walk in, you're like, ugh, why is it so wet in here? A little earthy,
That I would go with you on the earthy bit.
mushroom heavy.
I prefer that to 2.
Really?
Might prefer it to 1.
Well, that one's dead last for me.
That one's spicy. Just tingly.
That's like 100 proof.
You think so?
Yeah. I think the rest were a little bit warmer,
One of us
actually.
is an idiot right now then.
Could be me.
It's a coin flip.
Won't be the last time.
As much as I don't normally like an earthier whiskey.
That reminds me of the, like, Deatsville, or not, like the mushroom one from Jim
Hardin's
Beam.
Creek.
Yeah,
Alright, what are we on, 5?
we are.
Okay, what do you think about that nose then?
I haven't heard you say shit first, so
You've been nailing
you.
it. No, you've been nailing it, probably. Not. It's like sweet cream and chocolate to me.
Well, we got different notes for that.
Mhm.
Smells like it's oat and kind of honey.
That one's low proof,
Yeah.
for sure. The viscosity feels like water.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I
Is that
feel like
Wild Turkey 90.
I feel like you could convince me that might be like I like this. This is the most boring one.
Probably.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe this or 2.
4 is the most boring.
2 smells like sourdough now. Coming off 5. 2 is so neutral everywhere.
You were ranking them, weren't you?
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be
forgot.
doing. This is our task.
So that would be first.
So that is the
second,
wrong
third,
order, you're
fourth,
right.
fifth.
The nose in particular is really pretty.
I can't, dude. 2 is my...
Here's the fun part. It doesn't even fucking matter
Doesn't matter.
at all.
way.
This is whoever said rank them. This is
which one?
your fault. Whoever did it.
It doesn't. They're so wildly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
It
The
is.
most important thing is if you're perceiving differences between the cups. Are there any
100%.
that are like super similar to you?
Yeah.
1 and 2 kind of have something going on.
I would say 1,
like,
2, and 3.
Yeah.
We can move into the zone. So
Let's do it.
Sean, you're pretty good. You got makers correct.
We've always liked Maker's Cask.
No, we have
Well,
not.
you haven't.
So that's maker's cask. The first glass is unadulterated in any way.
Okay.
And then the second 2 are 2 different treatments of the same whiskey.
Oh.
So this thing on the table is not how we perform the treatment on the ones in the glass. For like a lot of liquid, what we do is we pump the liquid through basically what looks like a catalytic converter in your car.
Okay.
So gases go out the exhaust in your car. In this case, it's liquid goes through this thing and comes out as different liquid. So the first one is unadulterated, like we haven't touched it. It's just standard Maker's Mark
Okay.
cask strength. Then you go into Maker's Mark cask strength with the liquid flowing through it at for 1.5 minutes. So it's just recirculating 1.5 minutes, which just means it touches these electrodes for like 10 full
seconds total.
cycles.
Yeah.
And we're applying 3 volts across 2 conductive pieces of material as the liquid flows through. And so in doing that, one electrode is doing oxidation, the other one's doing reduction, and maybe other chemistry as well.
Okay.
And so that's 3 volts. And then when you go to 5 volts, you're going to get more molecules that were less reactive
Okay.
reacting. So you're going to target things that are seemingly quite stable. And that can be things that initially were adding mouthfeel, and then you can annihilate them.
Okay.
So you might perceive like a watering down in terms of...
Okay. So on the record, my favorite thing ever is when like oxidation gets
Yeah.
thrown around
Yeah.
in like or like in a bottle. They're like, oh, it oxidated.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it didn't. This is actually a redox reaction.
Yeah.
Something.
This is-
a current is being applied. You're physically putting something into the system
Yeah.
to change it.
Yep.
We're shoving electrons. So oxidation is the loss of electrons from a molecule. So
Yeah.
we are extracting electrons from some molecules when we polarize the electrode negatively. Positively. A positive electrode wants to grab electrons, and the negative one wants to dump electrons in. So one electrode does oxidation, the other one does reduction. In your bottle, as soon as you put the cork on it, let's assume there's no air exchanging.
Yeah.
You're going to have some headspace oxygen. The mechanism of how that oxygen reacts with whatever's in the bottle is not really that well understood. Like in wine, people look into this.
Yeah.
But there's only a finite amount. So even if there was oxidation, it's done after some period of time.
And trying to break apart atmospheric oxygen to go into making a reaction is never going to happen.
It's slow.
It's something
like, yeah.
in your whiskey that is going to more likely react than air.
Yeah,
If it's a closed system, you'll get to equilibrium pretty
Yeah.
quick.
In wine, it's believed that residual iron from grapes, so just iron 2+ floating around in solution,
Oh, yeah.
is actually promoting.
catalyzing it?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
iron in your blood binds oxygen,
Yeah.
right? So they think that iron is actually doing that turnover,
makes
activating the
sense.
oxygen. But it's not clear that that would happen in whiskey because there's no iron unless it's coming from the wood. And there's
Well,
I mean,
now we need the ICP-MS,
Now we
and,
need
and
it.
everyone's actually got trace copper in every little
And it's
bit
doing
from the
this,
stills.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are these two. So 2 and 3 for us, it's like illustrative of how the same base thing can turn into different things, and how
Yeah.
there's kind of like this intuitive progression of how the spirits will evolve as we change these parameters that we can change.
Crazy because I said 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
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 One of us is good at this.
3 just had
The other one
like
of us
I
got
think
Maker's
that
Mark.
is almost so extreme from what it started as.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so more importantly
is.
than what
Mine
you
too.
like or dislike, because I had to pick. Honestly, Kyle told me you hate both of these whiskeys. I'm not hate, but you dislike them typically.
Fair.
So I picked them. We can also do the same thing for whiskeys you really do like, and that's when things get really interesting because it's not only like fixing problems or creating problems in some cases.
What's interesting is I preferred 3 to 1.
I also did, which is why we presented it to you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought it was, for me, I like that.
It took away what I like about Makers, apparently.
I hate wheated whiskey.
That's probably why
I
it
really
fits
like
for me.
wheat whiskey.
Then that's-
so like you're taking away whatever the wheat is throwing in there.
Yeah.
And like that's why it comes
To
back
make
to
us
the end.
like
that flavorant is dropping, and for me, it's
yeah.
like increasing in excitement.
We're a funny company because like the directives that come from the CTO are like remove the wheat from this whiskey, and then we have this like collection of people, and they're like, okay,
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
They don't know. Most of them aren't whiskey people. Actually, none of them are. So I'm just telling them, it's like, hey guys, wheated whiskey is very obvious usually, unless it's really well integrated.
Yeah.
But they don't know that.
Sure.
So I'm just like, this tastes like wheat. This one does not.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to achieve. The next,
I'm very intrigued on these.
this is a really interesting one chemically.
Hey, there we go.
Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond 7-year-old.
The normal one.
That's the blue label with white writing.
What's wild is you said Deedsville an accident, which would have been so fucking close, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's crazy. It's 100 proof too.
The next level of
It's a
this,
lot of
though,
grain.
is like, we're going to show you a static one, not a flow example of this in a minute, but like, you usually use 2 different electrodes. So like, one might be made of gold and one might be made of platinum or something. And so they're going to do different chemistry because they're different composition. And in these previous examples, we're applying a fixed voltage, just one is positive, one is negative. And it just flow the liquid through that, and what happens, happens. And we kind of know more about what's happening, but the point is, it's just fixed voltage. This next one is the same Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, but in this case, we're alternating the polarity of plus and minus at 5 hertz. So that's every, what's 5 hertz?
200 milliseconds.
200 milliseconds.
Yeah.
So the liquid's flowing through it, like turning over the entire volume every minute, and we're really fast pulsating this thing. So you're getting gold or platinum or whatever electrodes. I can't actually remember what we use in this particular example, but you're asking it to do oxidation and then reduction instantly.
Yeah.
But because the molecule is flowing past the electrode, it is not undoing the oxidation you just did. It's now reducing other things.
Yes.
And so this is actually an interesting way to do this, because now you get like 4 times as much reactivity, because you got 2 electrodes each doing plus and minus.
And you're pushing it the extreme for both sides as it's moving through.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So we call that rapidly alternating polarization, or polarity, RAP. And that is the Heaven Hill RAP. And the most interesting thing, which we find, and you guys said it, is like sometimes you can make the proof feel like it's going up.
Yeah.
And other times, like this one, you can dial it back to like tasting like 90 or 80.
Yeah, I can't believe
wild.
I would have guessed. I mean, I thought this one was low, like around 100. This one, I was like, that's got to be 80 to 90.
Yeah, and now it goes into like the zone of like, oh, that is a crusher.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
But it gave it that like mid-palate like robustness that it didn't have before.
Yeah.
And it took off that acetone like
the
shoe
shit
polish.
that's
Most of the corn's gone.
Yeah.
Most of the grain
That part's weird.
perception is
Yes.
gone. Not all. Most of the grain perception
Yeah.
is gone. And
Yeah.
again, these are just experiments. There's a finite number of variables that were changed to create these.
Yeah. So then the next thing is like, obviously these are just like 3 that we made and 2 that we bought. And then it's more fun, like then we grab something you guys have, and we're just going to stick our electrodes in there and just play with it.
We're just gonna have fun.
But
I
before
love
we do
this
that,
idea.
I think you should go back and taste them all.
Now you know.
Taste with knowledge.
Now
So we talk
with-
about this in
yeah.
coffee taste. So you basically like, it's a blind cupping. You like taste everything.
Yeah.
Blind. And you go back. Okay, let
Yeah.
me taste with knowledge now and see if my
Yeah.
brain can pick up more differences.
See the differences? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
now your brain will have turned off all the fear of like, I need to figure out what this is,
Yeah.
and turned into like, oh, okay,
There's no fear anymore.
let me
Yeah.
let me ascertain if there are differences or not, positive or negative.
What, like going back to these, this is very grain forward, and then this has a similar flavor profile, but the corn, like you would assume that if this was 4, this might have been 5 or 6 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like the corn's so subtle compared to the glass before it. Yeah. Fuck, throw that thing in one of our contract distillation barrels.
Well, we do have one that we definitely both want to pull.
Yeah, we get Yeah,
So I got a 35 on that.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just step back.
Yeah.
So we originally, the company doesn't sell these things, right? We sell the treatment for like large scale production of liquids. So big instant coffee manufacturer is going to want to put this in line to fix the flavors or whatever.
Okay.
So when we built this was not to sell these things to people who might want to do it in their cafes, but rather so we could do exactly this and just like dump a couple of bottles of whiskey in here and evolve the entire bottle.
Yeah.
And then you just dispense it as a function of time.
Yeah.
You can taste 100 different flavor profiles in 5
one
minutes.
bottle of whiskey or whatever.
Yeah, in 5 minutes. Just so you're like, oh, that's what we want to do the whole barrel.
Yep.
So what's in here is an insulated urn. It's for coffee. All that's happening up top is just like a battery is inside this thing. This thing is going to be controlled by something that selects for voltage, and then this button turns on this pump. So what the pump is doing is it's just moving the liquid inside the receptacle.
Okay.
So it's just doing the thing I was saying before I have to do by
Yeah.
hand, which is stirring.
Yep.
And then this just touches the whiskey or coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
That's it.
Interesting. So with coffee, what are you guys getting? What's the improvement from coffee that you're expecting? Like when you're using the process?
Bitterness is really the enemy in coffee, and there's other defects in coffee like phenolic and ferment and all sorts of things that people don't like in coffee. And these show up in low quality coffees because they're low quality because they have these things.
Yep.
People pay less money for it.
Yeah.
You'd reject samples based on like them tasting different to how you thought they were going to
Sure.
taste when you were
That makes sense.
fine. So the thing is though, is that a lot of these coffees land in America, and there's like, you got shipping containers of coffee that is now lower quality than what you were hoping to have. And high-end companies can't buy it and then use it still because it dilutes their brand. Same way you guys can't put out a barrel that's not representative of the company.
Yeah.
Right? So this allows companies to buy cheaper coffee and bring it up to the same quality as they were expecting, or to buy more expensive coffee and add premium flavors that are a little hard to access.
Okay.
And then in coffee, there's a few other problems, kind of like you were saying in whiskey, where you get off notes.
Yeah.
So like Burundi and Rwandan coffees have this potato defect, and if you grind like a kilogram, you're going to have that entire bag be ruined.
Okay.
Because it just smells like wet potatoes.
That's wild.
It's truly horrible. It's truly horrible.
That's
it's like
wild.
it is a profoundly
Yeah.
bad thing.
And the molecules that are responsible for these defects are well characterized. So that's really good for us because we can then monitor whether we've affected them or not. This also applies to wine. Like a cork-tainted wine is a well-defined series of compounds. Can you hit that? Smoke taint's another example. So it's all of these problems are all the same. They're in the same ecosystem of molecular presence in a cup that you don't really want to taste. And then maybe you destroy it. Maybe you elevate other things around it so you don't taste it. The tongue's complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we're doing here. So we're just, in this case,
Pumping liquid through it.
yeah, we're just moving it around and like controlling voltage across these two electrodes, and then we're gonna, in this case, we could dispense it. But in this one, I'm just gonna stick it in a Glencairn and modify flavors in real time. You're just gonna do it for like a minute or two, and then taste it, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's not this. We're not in the same.
That's interesting.
Or you could do it for.
Or you could do it 15 minutes.
We were medium drunk
Yeah.
in California, and it was insane. He took Jim Beam White and unlocked that crazy. I call it what's the almond paste stuff? What's this stuff called? Marzipan flavor, which I only have ever found like the old 112 proof. Turkey bottles. Like Rarity bottles.
Yeah.
That's the only one I remember tasting that flavor in.
Yeah.
And he unlocked that in
Beam
Jim
White.
Just being.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, but it's also because we were drunk, so we just put it in there and walked away for a while.
Well,
Oh shit! It's been a while.
But we can do it to whatever you want to do it to. We could do it to one of these again.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
We can push one way further.
Yeah, we can take
In
them
whichever direction we want.
whatever you want.
You can go one way and then you can reverse it and move it back the other way.
That's the fun.
Because it's oxidation and reduction, so it's both things. So
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
I think he can also make dusty flavors show up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just crank on it.
Back in the old days, you'd see files all along the ring. You just keep trying through them.
Yeah.
And our buddy's like, dude, stainless steel screws, just do that.
Thank you, sir.
It's way easier. I was like, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Imagine a transparent window coupled to an infrared spectrometer.
Well, the
Heaven
fact you
Hill's
guys
like
are-
the only people, I think it's Heaven Hill. It could have been Michter's, but anyways, they were doing fixed headspace GCs on their barrels.
Nice.
So they were doing like constant monitoring through the year of watching barrels age.
That gets me going.
Just to see
I
how.
think that was Michter's, wasn't it?
It could have been
They had
Michter's.
probes and all their shit too.
They did. They were doing temperature monitoring.
Yeah, they were.
That's
Part
why
of the wine
I
program.
thought Heaven
Nice.
Hill did the
Okay.
headspace, but I don't know. These are some barrels that are a little funky. Our best bet is we don't know the mash bill. They are some sort of malted rye.
So we double barreled a bunch of these
Yeah.
to try to beat up the flavor profile with new oak again,
Sure.
rather than the aging in the barrels that it was in, because we didn't think it was working.
It's like a big pipette.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let everybody try that before
Yeah, I was
we
going
screw with
to
it.
pull up a good amount.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool you're seeing this
It's
for
just
the first time. This
it's just
really
all
is
made
stuff.
out of copper, so it makes
Yeah.
it really expensive.
No moving parts needed.
No.
No,
That's good.
but the whiskey industry is built off of simplicity.
Yeah.
Other than Bardstown and Beam.
Yeah, we should also pull this too.
We need to pull the, is that the Spanish cedar barrel?
Yeah.
That's the one. That's why they're next to each other. Because it was
Oh,
like, these
perfect.
are the two barrels.
So, you guys can try this. That is over 51% malted rye. We don't know the full mash bill. When we barrel them out, we put a question mark for the mash bill because we don't know.
About
we
9
know
years
that
old.
much. Good odds.
Very
it's
unique.
Probably 70 to 73%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Justin Aiden and
Okay.
Oh, hurt, yeah.
It's like a side project thing.
It smells like food.
It's funky.
I get jalapenos or pepper
Yeah,
off it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a love-hate thing. Like, we have groups come in and they're like, give us some funky stuff. And we're like, we got you. And then
it's
other
like very
people
gardening. Very
people
gardening.
do that.
Very
and you're
gardening.
like, whoa.
Yeah, the double barrel was the hopeful thing.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
so now if
Take
we can
this.
do,
Take this.
it's like a Sumatran coffee.
Yeah,
It's like a bell pepper.
if we can do anything to fix that for him,
Oh, we can do that. We can fix that. I don't know what it's gonna do, but we
It's
can
like
make it not do that.
chocolate-covered peppers.
Yes. So this is the thing. So people
like
who
bell
aren't
pepper.
sensitive to the pepper side get chocolate.
Yeah, it's very chocolatey.
And then
but
people
like
who are
carob, not chocolate. It's carob. It's like the fake. It's like Tootsie
Yes.
Rolls. Yeah.
and then people who are sensitive to who aren't sensitive to the jalapeno love it. People who are sensitive to the pepper side don't love
It's
it.
like Sumatran cold brew. Is
Exactly.
What it is.
Really?
It's like that kind
It
of like
tastes like
fake
Sumatran
chocolate
coffee.
and like peppers.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is,
Alright, so I definitely want to try that one, and
No
then
problem.
then we have another one over here.
Yeah,
It's
me run.
one of the few barrels that we've ever ruined.
I ruined this one.
You ruined this?
I ruined this barrel.
Well,
now
what-
here's
what-
the thing. I did accidentally drop the Spanish cedar chain in it. And
It's
then
in there forever?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then I accidentally dropped. Well, I intentionally dropped the heavy charred oak chain, new oak chain in it
You're
to
trying
try
to
to fix
fight,
it.
like power. You're trying to power clash in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
you know, you signed up for this.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. Oh, I love that smell actually because it's my humidor.
Yeah,
I
it's
have,
great.
I have an ancient humidor from like the
It
20s.
honestly is like
my
walking
God.
into a really nice cigar shop. You walk into their big cigar
The
room.
smell. I like. The
You're
smell's
like,
incredible. 'cause
Dude,
I love
I
it.
got-
It just smells like a cigar shop to me.
That is. If I want to teach someone what bone dry finish is,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
that's
is
the
fucking
one.
malort.
That's the one.
You guys, holy moly. That
There it is,
The
yeah.
surface of Mars is more moist.
I had my first alcoholic drink like 5 days ago.
Did you
So
really?
I'm new to all this stuff.
That's hilarious.
So I have no established.
Oh, it's just interest and
I love that.
intrigue at this
Yeah.
point.
So what I'm trying to do is oxidize the pyrazine to like an N oxide, maybe have that esterify with ethanol or something and make something like kind of freaky fruity.
Yeah.
But that's just me like designing reactions in my head.
Yeah, and you
I don't
hope they
actually-
go that way. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the smell, I guarantee if you threw this on the GCMS,
Man,
it's gonna light up
my
on
favorite
pyrazine.
ever.
I know you believe in science, and I know you guys do too because you're well educated in all these things.
It's weird that the
It's
people that
fucking
don't believe in
witchcraft.
science aren't educated in it.
I also believe in witchcraft.
You do. We're on the same page.
So-
you just know more than me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
So I do. Yeah, trust me, buddy.
No, I don't know. Witchcraft, whatever.
One of the things that's interesting about this kind of chemistry is like sometimes it's like when you knock out one molecule, you're gonna proceed to like the next one in the chain.
Okay.
So you might
Because
be
it
getting,
already exists, you're saying, and then you're
because
getting
it
rid of
needs
the thing in front of it.
You're doing like faster rates on like let's say some abundant molecule, and then as we do this process, that molecule is being depleted and turned into something else. As soon as that's gone, all of the work in the electrode is going to start going to the next things up the chain.
Okay.
And so it's like you get like one evolution of flavor for a while, and then all of a sudden it'll hit like a little inflection point and start doing new things.
All right, how's the progress?
Listen, there's no pepper note until the finish now. None. Like none up front, none in the middle. But you could try that and think of New Holland's rye, like the tropical originy. Does that make sense when I say
Right
that?
by the
Like
barrel,
pot still land or
Weighs
what different?
50 pounds.
Pot still land, yeah,
Oh, it is a lot sweeter.
isn't it?
Yeah.
The late finish gets tropical.
There you got my good
It didn't make you want to turn
Earlier,
it out.
I mean, you look pretty fire right here, buddy.
Can I try?
You know my favorite new word that kids say? Gas. A sandwich was gas.
We've been saying gas for a while.
Oh, I like it though. That's my favorite one. Is there instance or situation where this goes too far and something falls apart?
Yeah, actually, when those 3 cups you had before of one of your whiskeys we tried earlier, we pushed this 3rd cup too far.
Okay.
So Sean said it started tasting like a sulfury note.
Okay.
And so then we went backwards from there to bring it back, but then it didn't really come exactly back. So then we went forwards again with a slightly different treatment.
Okay.
So we were fiddling around.
Okay.
But yeah, like in principle, you can undo it, but in practice, it's actually quite difficult to get back to exactly where you started.
Sure. But you can. There is a we've gone too far situation here.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And in coffee, actually, that's the easy one.
Really?
Yeah. So like for these like Kyle's type coffee.
Yep.
Those coffees are beautiful and they don't need a lot of help.
Yep.
Kind of like the whiskey with you. Like it doesn't need that much to take it into somewhere different. But if you push too hard, you're going to hit a bunch of compounds that you actually did deliberately want in there.
Okay. I see. So you're removing the wants instead of getting rid of the fucking shit you didn't want.
The way that I always conceptualize it is like nature produces some kind of conserved general composition of, that's how you know like a coffee to be coffee, right?
Okay.
But if you get too far away from like the set of all coffees you've ever tasted, it starts to get freaky.
Sure, that's
and
fair.
you're like, whoa, I don't really know
what
this
is that.
You're no
Yeah.
longer drinking coffee.
That's the Spanish Cedar Barrel right now.
Yeah.
If you've had bourbon, you're like, what the fuck was that thing I just
The
drank
Spanish
then?
Cedar Barrel doesn't taste like bourbon.
Correct.
It doesn't.
Well, I mean, you guys call it Malort, which is clearly not bourbon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These 2 barrels, I would say, are 2 of our more extreme
Yeah, of course.
situations
Yeah, of course.
here,
Yeah,
right? It's not a touch-up. These are really bad, like undrinkable.
Unruined. Yeah.
I do believe that's the 36 rye MGP.
That would make sense.
That is the one that I starred.
It's just good everywhere.
It's tropical now. Perfect. So we had them out yesterday. They gave us a couple samples that we went through that they had treated. We gave them a couple samples. Found out the Spanish Cedar Barrel, not savable.
They did make it better.
They did make it better.
Which is actually
They made
wild.
the malted rye a lot better. We had them play around with the 36 rye for a while.
They improved. I would say that malted rye improvement was so significant.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I again would say that the Spanish Cedar Barrel. So, real quick, because I don't know, what's in the video at this point. We have a handful of barrels here that these aren't exactly what we'd want or expect or blah 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 blah. We have some barrels here that are like really very much like, oh my gosh, that is bad whiskey.
Yeah,
or
we
whatever.
threw the extremes at them.
Yes. So the barrels that we had upstairs that we pulled earlier in the video were 2 of those barrels that are just way closer to the extreme edge of like, these are borderline undrinkable, if not completely undrinkable.
Yeah.
The Spanish Cedar being very like legitimately undrinkable. So the Spanish Cedar, the thing that seemingly never came back was any viscosity. It stayed so dry and so absorbing of moisture everywhere. But the flavor profile, I would say was a great improvement.
Yeah.
The malted rye was I'm so sensitive to that jalapeno pepper note, and that was so significantly improved. It was insane.
So much of that flavor.
Now I think it got better the first time. It got better the second time. It got better. Like that one kept getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like that one would be fun to just like let something rip at for a long time.
Yeah.
And just kind of check on it every once in a while.
So then we gave them some whiskey that isn't awful, like some barrels
Good
that are
whiskey.
actually really, really good,
Yeah.
and see if they could change the viscosity and the flavor profile like a little bit with that, and they did, which is really cool to see. So there will be a part 2. We're gonna try and find a barrel that is already like single barrel worthy.
Yep.
We'll dump it into our single barrel tank.
Yep.
We're going to bottle out half.
Yep.
We're going to ship them some, I don't know how much they wanted, a couple bottles that they're going to play with so they have a general idea of where they want to go with it. And then come back here and treat the other half.
Yeah.
We'll bottle that on out and then sell them together.
It'll be a bundle.
It's an A-B. So you can see the difference between just straight out of the barrel and then treated with their process.
What do you think about one of the whiskeys they played with yesterday was an 11.5-year-old MGP bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a good barrel. Like just out of the barrel. We tried it as the control,
I have
we'll
it
say.
literally
Fantastic.
initialed
Yeah.
and starred for myself.
And the barrel by itself was like, oh, that's a good barrel. it's just like that's in a good spot. It tastes good, smells good, feels all of it, checks all of the boxes a good whiskey should check. And then they mess with it. They messed with it a couple times.
Yeah.
The one,
Because we just wanted to see how much they could really push it to like one end or the other.
and the one, they got it to one point where I was like, this is substantially better whiskey.
Yeah. Better mouthfeel.
Yeah. More
it got
complex.
like weirdly tropical too.
Yeah.
That was cool.
The nose was significantly better. And then they took that same glass
Mm-hmm.
and then went backwards with it.
The other way.
And legitimately almost brought it back to where it was, which that part I think is even more surprising to me.
Yeah.
Because I get it. You can change it with this thing. I don't have to understand the thing to understand you are changing something because it does taste or feel different, whatever it is. Being able to be like, we can go backwards and it be even remotely close is mind blowing.
And that's not like their full system. That is literally something they brought.
It's like a little mobile
they were
unit.
like, we can just do
Yeah.
it in a Glen and kind of show you the process.
Yep.
Like they actually have flow cells and stuff like that for like what we'll do next time.
They showed us the one they use in coffee, like in line.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a much bigger
The
setup.
the
but-
coffee one was wild because
Yeah.
we just have like the Kirkland cold brew in a can.
Yep.
And Chris is very into coffee too, and he's like, "We'll fix that." Hit it for like 2 minutes or something like that with the already setup that he knows for that brand, and we're just like, "There you go, A and B." It was like, "Oh my god, it's so much better."
It was almost nitro.
Yeah,
Like-
it didn't taste like I always get like a slight tinny like note off those from the can. I'm gonna assume could be processed. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they like completely removed that.
Yeah.
And actually felt like someone made just
Was
good
more
home cold brew.
Velvety and soft
Mhm.
too. Like it just was a lot. It was significantly
You went to an actual
better.
shop and bought good cold brew.
Yeah. What did you expect the outcome of that
For
process?
any of them?
Just like literally any of them. The Heaven Hill bottle and bonnet cleaned up. I would say graininess.
A substantial amount. How much better that was from just out of the bottle to the treated sample.
Yep.
That one was mind blowing.
I think it improved. I think every method they played with on Night Stalker, the last Night Stalker, improved the nose every time.
Yep. They pushed definitely that last one a little too far for me.
Okay.
I like the first one.
You like
'cause
the
had
middle glass, yep.
Yeah. And then like that was one that we just hammered and then kind of tried to bring back a
Yeah.
little bit. And we're like, maybe.
I much preferred the third glass. I had Brandon come in and it wasn't on camera, but
Yeah.
I told Brandon, I was like, you gotta come see this shit. So I had Brandon come in and try them while you guys were going through something in the
Mhm.
operation side. And I didn't tell Brandon what they were. And I was like, didn't even tell him that they were ours. All those pouches were still on the table. So it was
Yeah.
perfect. Like it looked like it's just random shit everywhere. And he smells the first one. He goes, that smells really good. He drinks it and he's like, okay. He's like, that's good. I like the nose a tad more than I like the drink. And I was like, okay. Tries the second one. And he goes, smells it. He goes, I like the nose on the first one more, which was our opposite of both of us.
Yep.
And then he drinks, he goes, oh, that one tastes amazing. Then he tried the third one. He's like, that one's amazing too. And I go, just pick a favorite. That's all,
Yeah.
whatever. And he goes, my favorite is 2 and then 3 and then 1. And it's like 1 is just Night Stalker
Yeah.
and 2 is their process with the same exact whiskey on the same day at the same time.
Really cool to see. So I'll be excited. We're thinking it might be a month or two before they come back because they're gonna try to get something set up to run like to what we have.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. They said that they're gonna actually bring back one of their electrochemists next time to like help do the setup and running of everything.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll just
But were you surprised?
lean on. Yes, very surprised.
You were?
Honestly, like that is way more impactful than I honestly even believed.
Yeah.
This is probably we've had other companies reach out with different technologies, and I'm much more skeptical on some of the stuff that they're doing over there. This is very tried and true.
I
like, I
was
would say.
shocked. I told Brandon, I go, come find out, not fucking witchcraft.
No.
And this isn't saying anything bad about the guys that came up, even before we met them.
Yeah.
It's just you do frequently hear people say, "Oh, this works, and we can do this, and that works, and blah 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 blah." Like the industry is trying to do things differently.
I would say the big difference from the other companies that have reached out is like, well, this is our proprietary technology. Like, there's so much red tape, you can't see what they're doing.
Mhm.
They won't let you know what they're doing. And Chris was like, oh, here's our journal article that we published. Here's all the like analytical side of things. Here is like a lot of the technical data that we already have generated
Yeah.
and have proven results like in the world of coffee. And he's like, we're just starting to work on bourbon. whiskey in general.
Sure.
They've already done some stuff with like mezcal.
Yeah.
That he had talked to about a little bit, but it's like, oh, it's like this is a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot of data to support it, not just it changes it. Trust me.
I do think that, and I told Chris this, but I do really think that as an inline process, like if they're going to try to implement this as an inline and not like, let's say an in barrel or in tank process, from an inline process, I was like, buddy, in my brain, the money side of this is in a huge volume, like a shitty volume product.
Yes.
Truthfully.
And I would agree on that. That it can definitely be used on the higher end stuff.
Sure.
It's
it worked.
And I think it's very much a touch up, not complete fix.
Yep.
It's kind of what we learned that day.
Yep.
Touching up a 6-year shelf product.
Yeah.
Pretty low cost to manufacture. You add a little added cost by, putting this process on there. But if you make it a substantially better product, well, there you go. There's your edge.
Yeah. Everybody wants rapid aging in whiskey. And I told Chris, I was like, listen, this isn't rapid aging because you're not changing the age of the whiskey.
Yes.
This isn't even the intent of the product, right? Or the process. But
you're not imparting anything into the whiskey. You're changing the actual chemical makeup of that product to make it taste different.
But I think with what I told Chris was rapid aging is trying to solve the problem isn't age, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is we're trying to get rid of a grain note because of age that exists because of a youthful product. And frequently volume products are 4 or 5 years old, which is like sometimes carries a youthful note, which is grain forward. And so it was like, with the Heaven Hill bottle and the Bond, the bottle that they brought is very grain forward by itself. Like the control was very grain forward. And so it was one of those things where I'm like, if what you can do is clean up the grain note, you don't need age because these products aren't age stated. If you're asking for 4 years and they're going to age, they will have to age no matter what anyways, for color's sake, for a lot of reasons. But if it's going to be 4 anyways, and you can make the 4-year-old product without a grain, you can remove the grain note from the 4-year-old product, but that is rapid aging. That's the same outcome as rapid aging. So, and this process doesn't include
the undesirable part of that whiskey on a younger whiskey.
And you don't need huge tanks and pressure and all these different things. That is a huge, large scale operation in itself. This is an inline product, or you're even, wouldn't even say worst case, but not a bad case, an in tank product.
Yeah.
Where, we've got our giant fucking 1,000-barrel blend. Throw your probe in, run it for 20 minutes and call it a day. But
very
honestly,
excited
very
to have
cool
them
overall.
come back. Yeah.
Very cool.
Because, proof's in the
Shocking.
pudding. When you can put something like for Brandon, like he had no idea on any of it because he was doing some other work.
He wasn't even in there when we started.
He was in here working
Yep.
and then came in, tried them, and then absolutely noticed the difference.
Yeah. I think that was, I think there was no overpromise of what they could do.
Yeah.
And I think not only was there no overpromise, they brought samples, which is one thing, because you could bring shit and tell us you did shit, and then we could believe you and hope that you were telling the truth. They did that, and then they did it with our shit in front of us while we sat there for literally 2 minutes.
Yep,
so
it was great.
And there was no mystery. There was no, we can't tell you. There was no, like you were saying earlier, like there's no behind the curtain thing that we're not allowed to show you right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much we'll explain it, we'll show you, you can try it, you can feel it, and then here it is, we did it. You know what I mean?
Big shout out to Chris and Doran for coming and
really cool.
Spending the day with us, hanging out. They were cool dudes. And I left it in the video. But
shout out to Kyle too.
Doran Kyle was there, just giving out wild notes. We almost killed him with the
oh my gosh,
cedar. Or was that the
both of them?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
He took a little squat break after the malted rye. But very much thank you to Kyle for coming out and hanging. But Doran also said, he's like, I just had my first alcoholic drink like 5 days ago.
Yeah.
And we just threw him into barrel proof whiskey.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Have fun, dude, because he tried wild shit at the castle too.
Yeah, he did.
It's very much one of those things now where it's like you started at the top-ish, not the peak, but close to the top. And it's like, have fun with all of the other shit.
But can't wait to have them back and see what they can do with some actually whiskey that we like as like a touch-up.
I'm very excited about the single barrel idea. Kyle had mentioned that, and he asked if Chris had talked about it yet, and I was like, no. And he was like, this is kind of just the idea, like however it can work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, however it can work is easy as fuck. We pick a barrel and then you guys play with it. and make it better,
Yep.
like you have been all day here today. And then once we settle on however far that process needs to go from a flavor perspective, you guys do that. And then everybody gets to, if you can try those next to each other, there will not be non-believers if you can try it.
Yep.
Because it's so substantially different. And now flavor preferences are flavor preferences. So you could say, well, I like the original more and I like this. That will just be a preference-based thing.
Mhm.
Consistently, they made products that were bad better, and they took a good product and I
Yeah.
think added things.
I would
to
say
it.
in the 2-pack idea, even if you do like the original more, it's telling if you notice a difference, like a discernible difference between the way that they taste.
And they're everything that they played with yesterday. There was a discernible difference.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
And they've also done a lot of like LCMS work to make sure that they're not making anything like harmful.
Oh, really?
In the byproducts.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah, kind of gonna need that when people are consuming it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they're doing it in a consumable
Yeah.
already. Like this didn't come from the oil industry; it came from coffee.
Yep.
So it's like one of those things where it's like people are already ingesting the coffee.
Yeah.
That you're fucking with.
And he was like, "Well, we've done because I used to do ICP-MS, and he was like, "Well, we did a lot of that in the beginning to make sure that we weren't putting like platinum and other like things into the
Yeah.
liquid, because don't drink platinum.
Sure. Yeah.
Plus, it's expensive.
That tracks. You're not supposed to drink lead either. Come to find out.
Legionnaire's disease. Yeah,
Come to find out. Who knew?
and most people. But
Yep.
hey, thanks to all of them for coming and hanging
That
out.
was cool. It was really cool.
We will keep you guys updated on like when things are happening and how they're progressing.
Yeah.
You'll see another video about this.
The
hopefully in the near future.
The project will most likely go out to DC to be sold on Bourbon Outfitter in the future. So just a heads up. But cool.
That was our day with
Thanks,
Over
guys.
Potential.
That was cool. I learned so much science shit.
Yeah.
I'm a scientist now, some would say.
No one would say that.
They
actually.
said that after you left yesterday. We still to this moment think that you're the scientist of the group.
Okay, we'll see you later.
They said that
Bruce and Bart.
before they left. All of them.